How's it going? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great video here on the Savior Show, in which we tackle the dystopian future and the corporate scum and the BS, and we expose the establishment and all of that good stuff. Game reviews, philosophy, we have it all on this channel. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you go down below and subscribe so you don't miss out on this amazing community, and you join the channel today and become a member for extra content and all kinds of benefits. Check out my music on Spotify as well. Support me as a music producer, as an artist, before AI takes my job, and you're just gonna see random generated videos because that's gonna be funny. All you have to do is enter in what you find funny. I like monkeys hitting each other over the head with bananas. That's my comedy. And the AI will just randomly generate you a wonderful video for you to watch. That is the future of content creators. We don't have to worry about pesky YouTubers and content creators making trouble in the future, going against the agenda, when you can just watch happy, family-friendly, AI-generated content. Isn't that a great time? So today, boys, I'm going to be talking about AI and why AI needs to be stopped, why AI is dangerous, and the future of AI, and how we are heading towards a dystopian nightmare, which I've been talking about for many years now when it comes to all of these current cyber punky technologies that we have, like AR and VR. And if you're not aware, Mark Zuckerberg recently just went on a podcast with Joe Rogan, and he basically said, yes, the whole point of Meta is to get everyone, as much people as possible, into VR and AR devices. And in fact, AR will be the future, not virtual reality. So what we're gonna get in the future is a virtual reality layered on top of our own reality. The world isn't confusing enough, and we aren't divided enough as people, so let's just confuse people more by disconnecting them even further, because these devices, they're not doing a good enough job. And by the way, I might just say, recently I wanted to book in an appointment for my doctor, but I was shocked to find out that the NHS in the UK have been replaced by a new application where you talk to an AI robot and a virtual doctor instead. You can't get appointments anymore, you can't talk to real doctors anymore, because this is the future. Isn't that great? So today, let's talk about AI art, because everyone has been shocked about AI art, generated art, but that's been around for quite a while now. The same thing with AI generated songs, but now it's got very sophisticated, and we've even had reports out of Google saying that their AI is self-aware. But actually, it's not reached the level of human consciousness, thank God. But what the AI has managed to figure out is how to manipulate and basically lie and convince human beings that they're talking to a conscious creature, a conscious AI. And if that isn't scary enough, then I don't know what is, okay? Perhaps the rise of Boston Dynamics will get you worried, because their robots are going to be used in military and domestic applications. You can't even watch TV shows like we used to without having some kind of agenda and hidden motif in them. Remember when we used to get TV shows and fictional stories about fiction instead of modern day politics being brought into absolutely everything that we consume? Wasn't that a great time when big corporations and studios weren't trying to cultivate and start a race war between the masses? If you're tired of this BS and you want to fight it, fight with your wallet, fight with your expression of freedom and your words, okay? And that's how we can stop this madness. So AI art is basically a new type of art where you can just give an AI algorithmic machine a bunch of data, and it will randomly generate a picture for you, a beautiful painting. And this has been a hot topic because recently AI art actually won over other human beings in a art competition, which is quite insane. So yeah, AI art is absolutely crazy, and I don't think it's very useful for human beings. If AI art is used in the future, I think this could completely destroy the very foundation of art and human beings and their creativity, their outlets. We need art to push the boundaries of humanity, visionaries who break the boundaries of what is possible within a society. That's how we progress. If everyone can become an artist by simply adding a few words into a generator, then we are in for a big amount of trouble. I am on the side that I don't think AI art is art. It is art in the sense that it is a digital type of art. It's not human created, therefore it still does have artistic value. But if it isn't created by the human being, then I don't see it as art in that sense. I don't see it as the same level as human art. But in the future, this might all get very muddled because some people might claim that coding is a type of art, and you could argue that. But in the end, the individual who uses the program to generate art isn't an artist, and this won't benefit artists in the future, in my opinion. This will only demoralize and separate us even further from what we are organically and what we should be. But human beings are always trying to separate ourselves even further from what we biologically actually are. But just simply developing technologies to replace us because we're so lazy to do everything ourselves, that is nothing but destructiveness, in my opinion. So let's take a look at some of this AI art and let's see if we can become wonderful painters ourselves. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so let's give this a go. So I'm gonna try and make a synthwave AI artwork. Since I'm a synth artist, that's what I do. I'm a music producer. I wouldn't say I make synthwave, I make experimental, a new type of synth music genre. Not to sound pretentious, but go listen to it on Spotify if you haven't already, and see for yourself what you think. But let's just see. So we just give this AI generator a few prompts, and from what we put in to the data, it will just randomly generate a piece of art for us. So let's just give it a shot. Okay, so now you can see it's kind of evolving, slowly, changing into what I put in, and I think that's it now. So as you can see, this is the final picture of all the different prompts. You do see some kind of nature. This could be trees or a mountain, I guess. This is definitely the moon, galaxy, maybe. These stuff, are quite random, so I doubt it would have got that. But let's try another one, okay? Okay, so here is the final product. That's pretty crazy. That's actually, quite cool. I wouldn't exactly say it's got all of the stuff that I wanted in it, but it's got fire. This is kind of in the shape of a rat, I guess you could say. It's got like a little baby skull. So, yeah, not bad. That's pretty crazy. Okay, let's just try one more. Okay, so here we have my octopus art. It is in a forest. There's an octopus here. I don't see any monkeys or anything monkey-like. The eyes are quite scary. I don't see anything like a gun. And as you can see here, even the trees are kind of octopusy-like. Some of them have tentacles, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I can see how this might be useful if you're trying to, just create something completely abstract, for, an album cover. But actual artists who are trying to, make a living using their own human creation and their own consciousness to create something. That's the beauty of humans. Someone who has perfected their skill and their craft at something compared to an AI which just has a bunch of data and information and then it's just randomly generated. I don't see how that can benefit artists in the future. And you could say it's the same thing as a human mind, the human consciousness, because that's what we all have, is just a bunch of data and information, and it's all sending through different neurons, firing at each other. But I think there's a big difference between something that is alive and conscious compared to something that is just randomly generated by technology, and I'm not a fan of it, I've got to say. But that doesn't mean to say it doesn't have its uses, and it does look good. But if everyone has access to this and they can suddenly call themselves an artist, then that would just completely destroy art and creation. Whoa! That was pretty cool. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, my sinners. I would love to know your opinions, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, and stay human for as long as you can.